It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith. We're wrapping up the NBA regular season in style here on 2K Sports. The fans are filling the...
The Spurs play before the hometown crowd here live in San Antonio, Texas. I'm Kevin Harlan, joined by Chris Webber and Greg Anthony. David Aldridge is our sideline reporter, and we've got time for...
Well, hello there. Spurs coach Greg Popovich made the top five.
Great stuff, DA. Thanks. Last day of the regular season, C-Web. The postseason's around the corner. Talk about some of the changes we're now going to see from the regular season to the intensity of the postseason.
Well, first of all the crazy fans now get crazier.
Yeah.
The intensity inside the stadium revs up tenfold. Everything gets turned up. The stakes, the energy. I mean, each possession gets valued a whole lot more, and so it's a lot of fun. How do you have that balance of having to value the ball a little bit more but still have to play with the freedom during the regular season that'll keep the pace going? It's a fine dance, and only the real good teams can master that.
You know you're watching a playoff game. You're right. Good answer. Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. They've got Favors. De'Aaron Fox out there with Thompson. Then it's Otto Porter Jr. And it's Drummond in at the 5 spot.
Kristaps Porzingis, standing 7'3". He's played power forward early in his NBA career, but with that height, his future, it could be at the center position.
Fox against T. It's good.
And if you give Fox the mid-range area, he'll take it. It's good seeing him improve from there.
And Teague's got the ball here for San Antonio. And with Porzingis having the ACL tear, Greg, maybe losing some of his lateral quickness, perhaps accelerating his move to the 5.
I mean, part of his rehab was hitting the weights and just adding strength. I think, if anything, his offensive skill set, though, even more impactful at the 5.
Porter kicks to Thompson. Sinks the triple.
You're always going to find Thompson among the league leaders in three-point percentage. That's the shot they want him to take.
Teague against Fox. Pass to Porzingis. Favors with the rebound. And so just over a minute and a half played. Fox with it. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. And it's Drummond missing.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over him.
Back to Teague. Inside. Here's Porzingis. That's good. And so Teague with the assist.
Just a great job there from Teague to locate where his teammate was and get the ball to him on time.
Fox passes to Thompson. Over Williams. Thompson misses.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
The kick out to Williams. Out to the right wing. Here's Embiid. Hits the front of the rim and out. And it's Thompson with the ball. He'll bring it up for the Grizzlies. And this game, the first chance they've had to see the San Antonio Spurs. And there's the pass to Drummond. Lays it up and in off the pretty assist.
And the play is all about Drummond and his solid fundamentals, just taking his time and getting a high-quality chance as a result.
And the Spurs now in the post-Kawhi Leonard era of the franchise. Greg, how do they recover, do you think?
If any team can survive losing a player of Kawhi's caliber, it's got to be the Spurs. They have good depth, got a good return in the trade, and players will step up. Won't be the power they once were for a while, but they'll rebound in no time. And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
They get the rebound, and it's sent back by Drummond.
And Drummond, a fearsome defensive presence. I mean, he can put you on your heels.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist by Thompson.
Oh, great ball movement there.
Porter against Iguodala. He kicks to Embiid. Over Drummond. Again, Embiid missing. And so it's Memphis in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They have made it very tough to get a shot off. Kristaps Porzingis grew up in faraway Latvia.
My older brother, he was a big fan of NBA always, and
And Greg, that's something different now for foreign players, isn't it? A lot more exposure to the NBA.
And KP, a fan of the culture. You saw him in cornrows as a kid. I think that helped prepare him for the transition.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through 1 quarter in this one. And for Memphis guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, already in the first period, they found ways to get this offense ramped up.
Oh, yeah, small lead so far, but it's building fast, and they better watch out.
They've got Iguodala, Joel Embiid out there with Porzingis. Then there's Teague, and it's Williams at the shooting guard position. So that's who San Antonio starts the second with. Spurs trail by 12. De'Aaron Fox, C-Webb, with a very slender build. Does that concern you at all?
Not at all. I love his wiry strength. It holds up the contact better than you might think. Plus his speed beats strength any day. He's got to stay in the weight room, though. He knows.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game.
Man, the mobility of Drummond is important to his team. When the ball is lobbed his way, it's game over for the defense.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. Chris, when you're watching how a team is put together, what signals are you looking for? That the pieces now are the right ones for that team to be successful.
Yeah, what I look for is balance of talent. Are you heavy loaded at the point guard position? If you have 5 point guards, it's usually not a great balance. But do you have guys that can specialize in their different areas? Rebounding, shooting, dribbling, passing. Do you have players that can space the floor that allows you to play the system that you want? Do you have guys that are engaged and have the ego and the pride to want to get stops on the defensive end? So with me, usually I see that it's a balance when you can kind of check off every box that you need to say, yes, we have what we need this season to get where we want to get.
Outside Porter. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Over to the left wing. 6 to shoot. Baseline jumper. The putback. It's good on the putback. Drummond's got the lead up to 14 now for the Grizzlies.
Now, the energy Drummond has on the glass, it's really ridiculous. He's a spark plug, a real spark plug.
Porzingis finds Embiid, and Embiid throws it down.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket, guys, still shaking. Thompson looking for an opening. A putback. Great positioning on the putback.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
Teague with the ball. Now guarded by Fox. Teague the pass to Porzingis. That's good, and so Teague with the assist. And that's now 7 points for Porzingis. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Fox. Drummond controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
Yeah, these defenders just look a bit overmatched, especially inside.
Passes to Embiid. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. Andre Drummond picks one up.
Oh, you got to stay down on the shot fake, Kevin. I mean, once Embiid has you in the air, the rest is easy.
Well, with Embiid, the only thing that is going to slow him down or has slowed him down so far, C-Webb, is injuries.
You know, people forget that Embiid would have been the top pick in his draft if he was fully healthy. I mean, too often do great big men have their careers derailed because of injuries. Embiid, though, I think Embiid has overcome his rough patch of health. I mean, I think he's going to be a monster as long as he stays on the floor.
Shot clock at 3. Here's Fox. Offensive rebound. Here's Drummond, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Their interior has been inferior defensively. It has got to tighten up.
The Grizzlies shooting their first free throw of the game right now.
And in a short period of time, the former UConn Husky Drummond has blossomed into an elite center, just taking the league by storm.
Here's Embiid. It's rebounded by Memphis. Left side, Porter. Pass to Fox. Pass to Thompson. Off target at the rim.
That type of defense doesn't always get it done, but it does the job that time.
Thank you, David. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the second half momentarily.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hello, folks. Andre Drummond having an outstanding game. He had 13 points, 7 rebounds, and 1 block. He's clearly shaken off his mediocre performance from their last game as he has been dominant in the first half tonight. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies? And that...
Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Andre Drummond has been sensational.
Yeah, I mean, he really gave them a boost in that first half. Shot way above his average.
Oh, this is like found money, completely unexpected, but it feels great when it happens.
Taking a look at the Grizzlies. Fox is out there with Thompson. Then it's Porter. Then there's Favors. And it's Drummond in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Oh, and with the fast eyes, Iguodala finding the open man.
Now, here's Fox. He's got 8. Thompson outside. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And that's not a guy you want to foul. Thompson, one of the better free throw shooters we have in this league.
NBA offenses have always been complex, and they always are evolving, but C-Webb, the movement and precision now seems to be at another level. Would you agree?
You know what, Kev, I disagree a little bit with that. You know, having played in different teams with some complex offenses, it's still all the basics. You still have the old flex offense, and that's nothing but what Utah, Karl Malone and John Stockton used some 20 years ago. You still have triangle principles, which is what Jordan and Pippen used some 20, 25 years ago. And if you really want to go back to the Bob Cousy days when he played with Bill Russell, you still have a lot of throwing it into the post and cutting off of it. I think the players have evolved and the players' skill sets are better. But as far as offensive sets, I don't see that much has changed, except how do you execute them, and can you execute them with having the right position players with the correct skill set on the floor at the time that you call them to play.
I love your honest appraisal. San Antonio calls timeout. And for so long, it seems Derek Favors had played in a crowded front court, but still can get the job done.
And Favors has shown his versatility and impact in spot minutes his whole career. Every team can use a player like Favors. He just eats up space inside and can play that tough D. Offensively, I think he'd like to get back to where he was around 2015, and hopefully he'll find the chances to do so.
Porter, no luck.
They haven't gotten their legs back. Just 1 for 4 to start the second half.
Outside Teague. Now the pass to Porzingis. And Derek Favors pulls it down. Favors got his 4th rebound with that last one here tonight. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Outside Teague. Kicks it to Williams. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
+8 in the rebound differential. One more reason why they're in control.
They haven't been able to count on his scoring tonight, but still, here they are in the league.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Back to Teague. 5 on the clock. And no good. And Memphis the other way now. Inside, Fox.
Such a tricky cover inside. When Fox attacks like this, the defense responds with that same type of aggression.
Grizzlies have gone 3 for 3 at the line tonight. Fox hits them both. And Teague's got the ball here for the Spurs. Their defense has only allowed 6 points in the second half. Knocks it loose. And here we go. The Grizzlies on a fast break. Fox leading the charge. Thompson in the corner. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. 9 points for Klay Thompson.
Not many guys more lethal on the catch and shoot. That's an easy bucket for Thompson.
Williams, that's for 2. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Fox against T. Fox kicks to Thompson. And the 3 off target.
One made 3 for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And Teague has it in the corner. One second left. And no good on the last second attempt this time. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. Memphis out in front, up 19. And we're just moments away. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
I mean, well, if you're the coaching staff, I mean, you're pumped up. This highlight will not only make it on the TV, it'll make it into the film session tomorrow.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Okay, now let's reset our lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this 4th quarter. On the court right now for the Spurs, Embiid is out there with Porzingis. Then it's Williams. Then there's Iguodala. And it's Teague in a point. And that one drops.
Every year seeming to get a little more prolific, just a little more proficient, a little more efficient. Thompson, a superstar.
Feeds it to Iguodala. Here's Fox. Thompson outside. And he's good on the 3 ball.
The versatility of Thompson. I mean, you want him to defer to other scorers. He'll do it. You want him to carry the load himself. He can do that too.
Time called here. The Spurs decide to talk it over. Not too long ago, C-Web, triple-doubles were widely celebrated. Now you see much more of them all over the league. What's been the change there, do you think?
I think the change has been the style of play and the removal of the big men. Being that there are no longer a slew of 7-footers in there rebounding, guards can come in there and do some amazing things in rebounding. And I'm amazed with Westbrook coming in and rebounding over the 7-footers. You also have better spacing, and so if I'm a one-on-one player, I get past my guy, I can trust it that if I throw it to a wide-open shooter now, because of the way that we've drawn the defenses in, there may be a few more open looks. And so I still respect it. I still respect the energy, the focus, the fact that you have to be all over the floor to do do it. But, you know, besides the fact that there's longer threes taken, or besides the fact that there's more small lineups, I still think it's a feat to be respected, even though we're seeing an increase in them now.
And the call will be against Jeff Teague. That's foul number 2 for him. And the Grizzlies leading by 22. Poked loose. It's stolen by Teague. Porter against Iguodala. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Iguodala.
Oh, that's a brutal giveaway. A pass to no man's land.
We're about 2 minutes into the fourth quarter in this one. And here is Fox. Favors finds Thompson. Shot clock at 6. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. For a long time, beat writers and media personnel have determined NBA awards. C. Webb is someone who's been up for some of these. Do you feel the voting system as structured now is fair?
I don't know how it can be fair if it doesn't have any players or coaches involved. You know, I can't necessarily vote on the best doctors because I don't know what it entails, but I can definitely trust other doctors to give their comments on their peers. I think peer awareness is some of the most reliable that you can go for. But, I mean, we have some very knowledgeable writers, sports writers, and media personnel that know. But for the most part, you need help of the players and the coaches to make sure that the integrity is there.
Right, that's a two-pointer. Zeller grabs the board. Spurs trail by 20.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Grizzlies.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And a milestone win for the season. This will push their victory total to 20 wins even. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Drummond.
He did all the dirty work that they needed, clearing out space underneath and securing rebounds.
Carries it from three-point range.
This is not the team we've been watching for most of the night.
Monster scoring run, but had to do this earlier. Now it shoulda, woulda, coulda, all that.
Back to right. Pass to Rab. Memphis moving that ball around. Anderson outside. Shoots over Carroll. And again, Memphis no good. Now Augustine. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less. Thank you, David. Great interview once again. That's it, folks. The end.
Soon as I look at them, I go to putting the sauce on. You better take them and lace them. I like this shit.